After last year, losing all of our big names, this year, we have a target on our back. Everybody's calling us to play us, and we're taking that personal, and that's what motivates our team every day in practice.
There's a real sense of they know what's out there for us to do this year, but yet staying in the moment, which I think is important. Our schedule is probably the toughest ever. It really is. It's been tough, but I think we've notched it up even this year, and it's good. We'll be battle tested, and I always say, you want to be playing your best ball going into week 11. And healthy, and if we can do that, I think we can win any ball game.
I think the biggest question everybody's going to have is you replace that historically good offensive line with three Big Ten recruits, a historically good pass rush the last 2 years that you guys had different guys, but man, were they good the last few years?
Sure.
How do you guys go about replacing that? Maybe establishing a new identity.
That's it. You really don't replace it. I mean, how many teams are going to have three Big Ten linemen and edge players the way we had and all that kind of stuff, year in and year out. And we haven't in the past had it either. People forget there was football before, 2022, so, and that being said, we have good players, like, in their own right, and that are up and coming and developing. And, I kind of go back, you kind of compare, the 2021 team that won it, there wasn't some high marquee players. I mean, the juniors were the edge rushers on that team, evolved as the year went on. But, no Big Ten offensive line. Roebuck was a sophomore and just coming into his own. So, that team really played well, so it's how you play as a team. Can you compete? How do you gel? How synchronized are you? And that kind of thing.
We still have the two experienced linemen, Sawyer and Archer. So from that, you just take what them guys left, like Armstrong's, and then you take what them guys have left, and you just work from there. I mean, just getting sophomores and the juniors ready and get them more developed. It's not much you can do. Them guys are in college now. I guess you just have to build off of what they left here and what they paid here at St. Ed's. But I mean, it's not really it's a loss in a sense, but we're developing more sophomores, we're developing the younger guys, and I feel like we'll still be fine.
It's definitely good to have Archer and Sawyer back because they show the line like what they don't know, and because they're not new to the varsity level, so Archer and Sawyer really help them out, and just they stay after, watch film with them, and just show them what's up.
Thrust into that quarterback spot for midway through the season.
Yep.
Pays dividends now, I feel like, even more. What do you take from that experience now that you're a senior and you can
It definitely gave me a lot of confidence now this year because, like, last year I didn't know I was going in, but it happened, and I felt as if I did what I had to do, and it's just going to help me this year because I know what's going on now. I know the varsity level and how the speed is.
Anything really jumps out to you now that feels a little easier than maybe if it was intimidating to start? Because, I mean, your first start was against Massillon on the road last year.
Yeah, Massillon was definitely one of the really big games in the year, so I was a little nervous for that game, but after that game I got more confident in myself and how my game is, and I'm just excited.
And another guy who emerged with you last year, Brandon, was it a difference a year make for him after his electric sophomore year?
Oh, he's going to be great. I'm excited to see how he does and how he progresses throughout the year. He's a great player.
Kids develop even throughout the season. That's what you're saying. You really don't know, what we have there. We do know, offensively we have back we do have some receivers back. We have a couple offensive linemen back. We have the running back back. Everyone focuses on the line, yes, but we have some players back.
We still have Nate, new guy DeAndre. He's a addition to our D tackles. So I think we are definitely stronger in the interior this year versus like getting a little bit of edge off a little bit softer on the edge, I guess.
There's a lot of guys that we graduated, but you have to remember all those guys that are coming in were working really hard behind them, and they had great guys to learn from in the past. I mean, you look at our history, just even in the D line, like Logan Thomas, Michael Kilbane, Wyatt Gideon, Troy Regovich, like they were working with all those guys. They're ready to backfill. They've been coached up well, and I think it's their time to shine. So
now that we're the seniors, kids are looking up to us, and they're asking us questions. So this year, we're kind of talking to our coaches, and they're like, "This is your year. This is your guys' senior class. This is your year. You take over. We're the coaches, but you guys are on the field. You're the ones seeing everything. You guys are also coaches on the field. So we're all taking that leadership role seriously this year.
It's just the small details, that we have to give them when we're out practicing, because it's easy to, look at the call sheet and be like, okay, I know what I do on this call, but when you're in a game and there's a lot of people in the crowd, there's little things that make a huge difference, and that's why we're 3-time state champs. We focus on the small details and just focusing those in for the young guys. It really helps them, just giving them the little tips here and there.